Okay. Guess you're it. That was quick. Yes, yes. Goddess of Radical Self-Love for MECA. Make everyone count always. Yes. So we are a support network for radical self-love and self-care with focused attention on our caregivers and care receivers. When our community is most vulnerable, care receivers and those who care for them, caregivers, are valued and supported, we all can rest assured that we are valued and supported as well. Yes. So thank you so much to all our new subscribers and to our family who always so nicely like, comment, and share our videos so that we can reach as many individuals who need a radical self-love in their lives and to become self-care experts. And definitely to let the care receivers and caregivers know that there's a community here who value and support them. Yes. Yay! It's Walk and Roll Away Wednesday. Walk and roll away from what no longer serves you or your higher purpose. Roll, obviously, for those who need mobility assistance. However, it's really all, So, I have a good one for today. I sure do. But to begin, we actually got 2 cards from our angel deck. So Debbie Malone, angel deck. Yep. We have Angel of Health. And we have Angel of New Beginnings. So the way that I am reading the Angel of Health, definitely, obviously, we need to support our bodies in the best possible way. So your diet. What is the best diet for you? Well, on our grid, the MECA Maslow manifestation map, I have made a meal plan to go along with the grid, so that will help. And you can also do some research on your own to best balance your chakras through your food intake, because we all want to have the right energy as we go out and perform in the world, right? So that's number 1, the Angel of Health. And working out, doing your meditations, being physically active, especially right now that we're in Aries season. It's a new year, it's a new season full of, sunshine and happiness. So walks would be good. And getting enough rest. However, I see the biggest angel of health to me is telling me really it's about our mental health. So that's what this channel really is, because we're talking about radical self-love and that's where it all starts. And I think for the most part, what we can do to support ourselves through self-care can help equalize our radical self-love. So instead of maybe being on prescription medications, if we focus more on what we can do for our own self-care. And I'm not saying that not some people don't need the assistance of medications. However, there are so many different things that you can do in order to support yourself without the medications before you ever even go down that road. So I would write a prescription of a walk a day, a tub time, meditation. That would be my prescriptions. And journaling, you know, getting enough rest. So we really, for the angel of health, want to use radical self-love. So letting go of guilt and shame to begin with, Walk and Roll Away Wednesday, that's always where it starts. Letting go of guilt and shame and welcoming in self-forgiveness and compassion. And that way it will flow out in a healthy manner without the need for codependency and, well, outside acceptance or approval, because you have your own, right? So I know I look like a lion today. Yeah, you know, spring, it's fun. So we have Angel of New Beginning after that, right? So Angel of New Beginning, and it's Aries season, spring equinox, new year, new beginning. So we can definitely have a different outlook on how we're going to be seen and by the world. So what exactly do you want the world to see you as, right? And I mean, part of what I'm going to discuss today has a lot to do with this outside approval and really this lower level ego where, how would I describe it? Well, attention whoring. Yeah. So a few years back, before I discovered radical self-love, I was there in that lower level ego. And, you know, I was really wanting this, needing this support, I guess, from the outside to tell me you're awesome. And that's, you know, a step in the right direction because you're still on your way up. However, we're not always going to have the acceptance or approval by others on demand. So it's best we do that all for ourselves, right? And it's really difficult for me to now be around others that are in this constant state of codependency. And that's really what it is. And especially when they're close to me. So when I leave the house, sometimes my cave, my Atlantis, I would like to just be, you know, and I really do like making one-on-one connections, but I don't need a whole room of people to be watching me. And that, again, even for this channel, I'm not doing this to have anyone's approval. I'm doing this for education. Well, number one, for myself, to hold myself accountable to my progression in ascending. And then, obviously, to assist others through my stories and metaphors and connection to source. So if there's something that you can find helpful throughout the stories, that's the whole point. So it's more educational than it is entertainment, even if people do find it entertaining. Thank you. That's awesome too. But I really want you to understand, or viewers, our family, to understand that if it was really up to me, I'd probably just still be working and creating without vlogging, even though I really do like it. I mean, because I get to talk. So, yeah, and it's kind of fun just to be able to go back and see how much I've grown. But it's not really about having a fan club. You know, it's literally about teaching and learning, being a student myself of life, and then sharing what I learned so that it may assist you, especially with the grid. So we'll talk about it after more about where I'm coming from the Walk and Roll Away Wednesday, right? In a minute, after we read Angel of New Beginnings 22. Yay. So, as all things must come to an end, it makes way for new beginnings. You have received this card because your angel of new beginnings has heard your fears about letting go of things in your life, which isn't always easy. But when we are in release mode, then we are also in receive mode because our hands are open, right? This is a time of new beginnings, new journeys, and new adventures. At times when we undertake a new journey, we can feel remorseful about the changes that are taking place in our lives, or become fearful of what lies ahead. Remember, dear one, that everything happens for a reason. You have gone through huge changes that have allowed you to grow stronger spiritually. You do not have to undertake these new beginnings alone. You have your angel of new beginnings standing proudly by your side. His name is not Stanley. Oh, that is so funny. Sorry. I entertain myself. She is supporting and guiding you. See, it wasn't Stanley because it's a girl. Maybe it's Sally. She is supporting and guiding you in the right direction for future life experiences. If you are currently going through the loss or separation of a partner or loved one, how's my battery low? What? This doesn't make any sense. Just 1 second. Aha. Somehow. I'm getting it. Don't worry. There. Save the day. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to Stanley. Or Sally. I'm joking. If you are currently going through a loss or separation of a partner or loved one, don't despair. Your angel of new beginnings is here to comfort you in your time of need. She will give you the strength and determination to carry on. By trusting in your angel of new beginnings, you will discover that there is life after the ending of the situation you were in. Give it time. This is a time to think of new beginnings as something to look forward to. I just realized I wasn't wearing my butterfly ring to remind me. That's what it's for. Remind me every day to learn to accept change and to appreciate change. Because I need help. I'm Cancer. I like to hold on to things. Well, I used to. Now I'm just like, okay, show me what you got, universe. I will let this go if it does not serve me, right? This is a time to think of new beginnings as something to look forward to. It is a time of discovery that will allow you to reconnect with all of the positives in your life. Think of this time as a time of planting the spiritual seeds of your future life. Imagine that the seeds have the words hope, love, dream, happiness, abundance, believe, and joy written on them. In the future, the seeds you have planted will grow into all the wishes you have given the universe to nurture. Like Master Manifestation Mondays or Magic Mondays, right? That's what we are aiming for, planting those seeds. And then letting divine timing come in when it is supposed to, right? When all those seeds are ready for. What do I want to say? Harvest. Virgo season. So soon you will be able to understand that you needed to start something new so that your angel of new beginnings could assist you by enhancing and enlightening your life. All you need to do is trust and believe, our favorite words. Yeah, my favorite words. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Always. Your affirmation for today is, I am excited that my angel of new beginnings is by my side to help me let go of the past and embrace my future. Thank you so much, angel of new beginnings. It's open to receiving, open to releasing, open to receiving. That's what we do. So we can't hold on to things that are no longer serving us, right? And for Walk and Roll Away Wednesday, I have, whoops, hopefully I'm still here for you. Yeah, there we go. I am walking and rolling away from limitations. Yes, limitations. Limitation. So we have these definitions, right? A limiting condition, restrictive weakness, lack of capacity, inability, or handicap. Something that limits, a limit or bound, restriction. The act of limiting, the state of being limited. So, law, the assignment, as by statute, of a period of time within which an action must be brought or the period of time assigned, a statute of limitations. The origin of limitation, 1350 to 1400, Middle English, limitation, Latin, right? Stem of limato, abounding, or binding, I would say, right? Equivalent to limitless. Past principle of limiter, to enclose with boundaries. Yes, so letting go of limitations. And I would say, for me, it would be really a lot of other people's limitations on me and what they see maybe that I'm capable of, or my own personal bindings, right? So letting go of the fear, and really working with the solar plexus for courage and strength, willpower, and trusting and believing, right? And not making everything so, well, rigid, which we already let go of rigidity, but limitations, meaning like the idea of it has to be this one way, right? Especially dealing with MECA as a corporation, or the Goddess of Radical Self-Love as a corporation. Instead of following the business plan exact, having more fun with it, really doing more of what I love and within the business, right? So creating, that's what I like to do. And the more people come in to assist, then the easier it is for me to hand off jobs that they like and are actually way better at than I am. So it works out much better. And the limitations also about maybe environments, not restricting myself to the same environments that I've always been in, maybe the same people I've always been around. Just really letting go and saying, I'm welcoming in whatever you have to bring for me. I'm ready for it, right, to the universe. So we put limits on ourselves all the time. And maybe more out of our experiential, yeah, programming, right? Because what is familiar is more like, I don't know why I can't think of words today. I'm listening. It's like I have so much coming in. It's our own homeostasis balance, right? So when we get used to something, we want to stay in that mindset a lot of times because comfortable complacency sets in and like, ooh, I like being right where I'm at. And like, now everything can just come to me instead of like still working to bring it in, like still meeting the universe halfway and saying, yep, I'm ready for more. I'm ready. And so now I get to say, I'm ready for more. So whatever that may be for you, letting go of limitations, what would that mean for you, you know? And when I'm talking about other people's limitations, it's like, I really think with the lower ego, you know, even though there's individuals who might be constantly on for others, entertainment, which is really for their own, and they might act all free. It's really difficult for me because I'm like, I see what's going on. You want attention and approval from others, and it's like, it's kind of a sickness, you know, and especially if you're going through things in your life that are difficult, it might get heightened. And you don't always have to be on, and you don't always have to be the center of attention, you know. You can relax, right? And just be. And yeah, the people who you're supposed to meet or be around or whatnot, build relationships with will come to you if you allow yourself to step out of your limitations. But I definitely think that always being on is a limitation because you're limiting yourself from actually making building solid relationships. And maybe even limiting yourself from getting to know who you really are without the show. Limiting yourself because that's all you believe you are is that show. Sometimes we need to sit quietly in that space and learn, like be an observer. It's okay to be an observer. You actually learn a lot more than being entertainment at times. So, and then, you know, if the time is right, when you do have to be on, you can come to it as a more ascended full version of yourself, where you're not actually out there trying to get others' approval, codependency, and that you're coming forward from a place of purity. So more in line with being a teacher, or letting go of inhibitions that are holding you back, or limitations. But it's really, it's like a difficult line to walk. But if you step back for a second and can see what you're doing, because you've spent that time in solitude and meditation, right? Getting to know who you really are, then you don't need to showboat. And when you do want to have fun, it will be genuine. It won't, again, be for codependency. So my limitations are being removed. I'm walking and rolling away from limitations. So others' opinions is a limitation that you put on yourself, whether they're good or bad. And with radical self-love, you walk away from that. Eventually, baby steps. But I believe you all can do it if you haven't already. So I am going to do a meditation after this, and I think we'll do the third eye sound healing. And I have I'm still working on my big painting, so I think I'm going to do that for a little bit, but I do have to get some things ready for my partners to work on while I'm gone for our product line. It's super cool. I'm so excited. Our monograms are unbelievable, so I'm just kind of picking out what I want them to go on, and well, the Contest Queen, and I have to think of a good name for my son. I'm going to have to let him know, because he's going to be doing our goods, so reviews. He's so good at it. I'm like so excited to have him working with us. I can't even believe it. So yeah, I'm going to hand those off to them while I'm on vacation. Hopefully I can see you all in, Cancun. It will be so fun. So doing the meditations in front of the ocean. I can't wait. Yay! Either way, I'll record them. So whether or not I can play them from there, I don't know, but I'll record them for you all. So again, thank you all so much for spending your time with me today. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and shares, and helping us grow as a family. We love, oh my gosh, we are so thankful for your support and your love and your donations. Yes, we love you so, so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have an awesome walk and roll away Wednesday. See you tomorrow or at the meditation.